So there I was, sitting in my truck at 7 in the morning on the 11th of November, waiting for my next assignment. I just dropped off my coil, and now I've just got to wait for my next load. I am currently in Lewisville, Texas, which is north of a northern suburb of Dallas. There's a lot of problems. Or I hear there's less freight. It's not really problems. It's just there's less freight that operates or that's available for Maverick out of Texas. So hopefully I'm far enough north that's not an issue. I know it is when you get towards Houston and whatnot. So we'll see what happens. Just waiting on a load assignment. I was looking at my information. I drove 638 miles yesterday. That's insane. I was hauling yesterday. In fact, I was running out of time. I was like, I need to find a place to park. I don't know if I'm going to make it because it was like 2 or 3 minute difference between arrival time and how much time I had left to drive. So it looks like I don't know if I'll be able to get a bigger number than 638 in this truck because I'm maxed out at 65 miles an hour. I could probably get a little bit farther if I didn't have to go on US 69. US 69 has it's like a interstate with stoplights. So there's a lot of slowing down and stopping. So I guess technically I could get probably close to 700 miles if it was like non-stop 65 the whole route and no interference from construction or slow drivers. So I'd have to have it like pegged at 65, stop for my required load checks and my 30-minute break, and I could probably get close to 700. That'd be a big day. I'm amazed that that's what I did yesterday. So cool. So it's Tuesday and I've got over 1,000 miles in for the week, and well, it's Wednesday morning, so so technically by the end of my second day I had 1,000 miles in. That's great. So we'll see what we get today. If one of my fears is that then I'm still parked in my my coil yard. That's what I was carrying. But anyway, every once in a while a tram goes by here. I'm wondering how well I'll get a load out of this area. I always am afraid of Texas because there's not a whole lot of stuff that we can take out of. I guess that Maverick has business with out of this area, so we'll see. I don't know about this particular area north of Dallas. There should be a lot of manufacturing and whatnot going on around here, so there is a lot of trucks in Texas. There just may not be necessarily work for the particular company I work for in this particular area. We'll see what happens. Right now I'm just burning my 14-hour clock. I've got 12 hours and 3 minutes left on my 14-hour clock, and I still have 11 hours to drive. So, what this is going to lead to is me going someplace and picking up a load and having to probably use my 14-hour clock to it's going to eat into my driving clock in order to secure my load. I'm not sure what this truck is doing. There are stop signs on both sides of the road here, on that side and on that side, and then you can see here in this parking lot. I'm assuming he's trying to get into that lot across the street where they have the trucks and whatnot. But, my wife called. Both of my cars are fixed and at home, but my truck, the batteries are dead this morning, so I don't know if something was left on. It goes through this in spurts where there's an electrical issue. It's never 100%, man. Never 100%. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll get out of here soon, or at least get notification that I'm leaving to go somewhere to pick something up soon. And we'll see what happens. Oh, here it comes. Perfect. See, this thing goes off about every 10 minutes. Sorry, every 10 minutes or less, and you can see what comes by. Which direction are we coming from here? I think it'll be coming from this side. Let's see if I'm wrong. I might be doing a quick switch here. Yeah. It must be traveling slow today. But actually it flies through here, so I'm assuming it has to come down early in order to avoid traffic getting stuck in it having to slow down. Wow, that was a misfire. Misfire! Nothing even went by. Okay, that's awesome. Alright, that was enough excitement for today. Now it's time to get to work. Seriously? Maybe this is the real, yeah, it's like, okay, I wasn't sure before. Okay, now I'm gonna, the train, you know what, we're gonna drive through this time. I hear it, there it is. Yeah, see ya. Somebody's going to work, just not me yet. Can you say miracle? I am at the overly crowded Springdale Pilot. And I pulled in. There's a place where I can park. I know I can park like 1 mile that way. But they don't have any facilities. So, I mean, so I pulled in here. I was like, you know what? I'll swing through the Pilot. Odds are they're not going to have any parking spaces. So I always try to have like 2 or 3 spots that I'm aiming for. This way I can pull in and you can see, I mean, these trucks are having a hard time just going into the pumps or around the pumps. So I picked 2 or 3 spots, locations that I can attempt to find a parking space at. And lo and behold, I pull in here, kind of where you see where that truck is kind of, you know, illegally parked. But they let us get away with that kind of thing. Because this is considered a medium-size Pilot, but it's really I consider it a small. So I came in and noticed that, hey, there's a space right here. It's on the tail end of the pumps, and trucks illegally park on the left-hand side of the pumps over here, making it like impossible for any of these trucks to get out in the morning. So right now I'm kind of in the ideal location in the sense that if I have to, I can pull out and go that way and actually go through a pump if I have to. Hopefully in the morning though it'll be emptied out and I can get out of here without an issue. The place where I'm delivering, I think, doesn't open up until 7. So and once I drop off my load of aluminum, it's not necessarily ingots, they're big tubular, I should say, it's like round 24-foot long bars of aluminum that they send to places so they can make their aluminum products. And 48,000 pounds. I was able to make a video, we'll see if it turns out, of me securing and tarping this in the wind, and it's entertaining, let me tell you. So you got that to look forward to. So that's going to be a separate video because it's kind of long. And I want to play a lot of it at regular speed, so you can kind of see how long it takes. I think it's like 41 minutes, so I made $25 in 41 minutes. It's still better than $25 an hour. So we'll see how that goes. I've got video editing to do. It's 6 o'clock right now, thanks to daylight savings time, which serves no purpose whatsoever. I want to thank Kaiser Wilhelm for instituting this and then it catching on worldwide for some strange reason, and serves absolutely no purpose, because if I wanted it to be lighter, I would just get up earlier. I don't need a clock to be changed in order for me to maximize my daylight usage, if daylight was important to whatever function I was trying to accomplish. So you got trucks coming in the exit. There you got trucks coming in the entrance. This place is complete chaos. So I feel very good right now because I've actually found a spot here. And yeah, I'm excited. I've never been able to find a parking spot here, and here it is, 6 o'clock at night. Trucks are trying to find parking spots. Somebody must have just recently pulled out of this spot. That's the only explanation I can think of. If you can see down there, you got trucks that are kind of, I don't know, what I call double parked, because there's trucks, they're not really in parking spots. They're just lining up next to the curb, and they do that like 2 or 3 trucks deep until they start piling up in front of other trucks, and they can't do that. So anyway, in fact, the truck on the end there with the lights on, he's not parked in a space either. That he's actually blocking the exit to the cat scale a little bit. People that use the cat scale most likely will have to back up in order to get off the scale and then come through. So they might be able to do it depending on how their tandems are set. And yeah, that's about it. I actually drove through Muldrow, Oklahoma, where my mom lives, and I called her, and she didn't answer her phone because she's working. And I drove, and when I got her voicemail, I'm like, you know what, she's probably working, and I think that's where she works, right there, and my truck would fit. But I didn't want to chance it. I was like, you know, I've got things I need to do. I don't want to pull in take all the time it's going to take to pull in there and risk, you know, not finding parking spaces. So, you know, all the things that go through my mind. But now that I know that she was working, next time, if I have the opportunity to drive on I-40 through Oklahoma, I will be, and I call her on the phone and there's a voicemail, I'm going to be like, all right, she's working. I'm pulling into where she's working because my truck will fit there. And if it was at the end of my day, I could probably park there overnight, which would be kind of funny. And then my mom could take me to eat, and I'd have transportation. I would pay because, you know, I treat my mom to those kind of things because I'm her number one son. Anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoy that tarping video. I'm just hoping, I'm crossing my fingers it turned out, because it shows you the frustration of having to tarp in the wind. Seriously.